Hello and welcome to the Vasilea channel. My name is Michael and today we continue playing Crusader Kings 2. We are playing the historical immersion project and our current ruler is the Emperor Theodotos the Brave of the Roman Empire. Well, we've made quite a journey. We started as a rump state, basically, with only territories in Thrace, Duchy of Thessaloniki, and some lands in Thessalia and Peloponnese. Now we control almost the whole of Greece, most of the islands here, and what was the most funny thing is that the Turks, the Ottomans, were conquered themselves first by the Georgians. They were converted to Christianity, to Orthodox Christianity, and then by establishing friendly relationships with them, we managed to vassalize them. And they willingly joined us as our vassals. And what is the best thing about it is that their leader, Stratihos Sinan, is celibate, which means that he has no children nor brothers or anything, and basically I am going to inherit the whole thing from him. And that means that the empire is not going to fall, at least there are no Ottomans. Can you imagine that? Can you believe? That's amazing. And basically now we have all the prospects open before us. We can do whatever we want if only we had enough money and power and strength. Basically, considering that we've left about 100 and I guess 50, or I don't remember the exact end date, it's either 1515 or 1520. So in either case, I guess we got a little more than 100 years. Well, I don't believe that we are going to be able to reconquer, the whole Roman Empire in 100 years. But instead, we are going to, maybe take at least parts of Asia Minor from these boys and contend the ever-growing and strong Serbian kingdom, Serbian Empire. Currently they have almost 10,000 troops, which is quite a lot. But then again, we reestablished the Imperial army. We managed to basically reestablish the flow of money and trade, and now not even the Ottomans are a threat to us. We control the great cities of Asia Minor such as Nicaea, Nicomedia, Prusa, and even some provinces such as Ionia. And basically the Sea of Marmara is completely under our control, and the trade flowing here, it's ours. And we have quite a good monthly balance of 26.58, which is really great. Not like the greatest thing, because when you have the whole empire you can have like hundreds, but it's good considering where we started. Now, what we can do? Well, our current ruler, if we take a look at that, he's unmarried, but that's not a problem because we have enough children. Our daughter is married to this guy, and this guy is son of who? Of this guy. And this particular individual is king, or rather, prince. What kind of title I should use? Or as it said here, Ishan of Kilikia, and they are my vassals. Not vassals, allies, rather. And that is a deterrent to these boys. And these boys, as you can see, they are basically a new threat for us. They are the Eretnid Sultanate that was able to re-establish the Sultanate of Iconium, which can be really dangerous to us. Now, what I think we should do next is we probably might try to retake this particular territory from Bulgarians. Bulgarians are, well, they're actually stronger even than the Serbians, funny enough. Whoa, that wasn't expected, but whatever the case, we are currently having 31,000 troops, and that's very good number. This number should be more than enough to contend with them. Also, we have a possible rank up in this side. We have 2,200 esoteric knowledge, and we can request the rank up to the title of Magus. Also, we can apparently imprison this guy, but I'm not going to do that, because why should I? He's a very loyal vassal of mine. Let us check if all the minor titles are properly given. Like this, Patricius will give it to this guy, Pacius to this guy. Everything else is good. I guess we can now start it. One of the grand... Oh, and the great tournament is going on right now, apparently. One of the great melee's highlights was watching Theocletas of Bonditsa and Drungarios Tekin Ridvan trade blows for almost 10 minutes. They were both nearly exhausted when finally Drungarios Tekin shattered Theocletas' shield with a powerful blow and sent the man flying back. He is injured and has been knocked out of the tournament. Oh, Turkish guy. Okay. Well done, Drungarios Tekin. There is the autosave. To be honest, I'm not quite certain how my time at the Grand Tournament went. At some point drinks were pressed into my hands and there was much merriment and laughing, and it all became blurred. When it was over a few mornings later, I felt terrible, and the hair of the dog seemed like the answer. What? The hair of the dog? What? I don't understand why he's talking about the hair of the dog. What dog? What hair? What's that? Okay, in any case, he's a drunkard now, which is not good. Yeah, we lost one possible holding. Drungarios Arsenius of Miletus squared off against Drungarios Tekin Ridvan in the Grand Melee. And when Drungarios Arsenius was struck a heavy blow to the head, the dull crack could be heard from across the field. The audience hushed in shock, and it was soon clear that Drungarios Arsenius was not going to get up again. Did he die? Oh my, he died. You motherfucker, you're killing my boys. Honored Adept Theodotos, I hereby grant you permission to advance to the next rank within the Hermetic Society. It is my privilege. Also, Anthipatos Theodotos of the Vasileia Romain has declared Strymonian Macedonian de jure war over Strymonos on Stratihos Symbatios of Macedonia. Okay. So, this boy declared war for this province. And there's something I can do. I will ask this guy to surrender the province because it is a de jure province of this individual. But then again, let's see. He has 4,000 troops against 5,000. Well, he's going to lose. So I'll ask this guy, because it is in my best interest to have them properly governing their sectors. To the kindly wit Basileus Theodotos, though I stand to lose much, I am willing to surrender to Antipatos Theodotos of the Basileia Remain in return for a large sum of money. I am sure you understand. Well, that's not too big a sum after all. Just 140. You can have it. A compensation for your loss, that is. There's been a great deal of talk at the tournament of Turmarchisa Anna's beauty. From the moment she arrived, men have been falling all over themselves to earn her favor, and many a painter has promised to commemorate her visage in a work of art. Some are suggesting she is the new beauty of the Basileia Remain, and she's my daughter-in-law. She's married to my son. Okay. Cool. How lovely it is, indeed. Victory is mine. I triumphed in several melees and proved once and for all that I am the champion. I am victorious. We got 100 gold, 300 prestige, a monthly prestige of 0.20, general opinion +5, and personal combat skill of 10 until, well, for 10 years actually. While he lost several of his bouts, Tormars Baturaid, I have no idea how to pronounce that properly, still fought well enough to earn his way to third place in Basileus Theodotos Grand Tournament. Fought hard he did. Having lost only his final match in the melees, Turmars Theognostos Boaspadas' bravery has won him second place in Basileus Theodotos Grand Tournament, a most valiant performance. With the winners crowned and the tents torn down, the Grand Tournament is officially over, and now it is time to bask in the glory of the event. An event to remember. Imperial decay will be reduced by 1, mood of glory and court factions will be improved, and the prosperity of our capital is increased slightly. And now our Imperial decay is 22. Okay, let's see what we can do. We can hold a grand debate. Oh, because we are a member of the Hermetic Society apparently. Actually, let's take a look. What powers do we have now? We can write a theorem paper. Okay, which would give us some esoteric knowledge. Then we can perform scrying and brew potion of F-Demonia. Also, we can make horoscope. Okay, and we can choose hermetic art and write a magnum opus. Well, we are going to do that actually. And yes, my kids. Can I choose horoscope for him? Or is he too old for that? Okay, can't see anything here. Yeah, nothing here. Can I do it for this boy? Apparently no. Sally? Maybe someone younger, like this girl. Heritage. Wait a second, I don't get it. Right-clicking on portraits of your children in order to make them a horoscope. Oh, okay. So I can only make it to... like, okay. To the small ones. Let's make it to my son Michael? How much esoteric knowledge we have? Okay, 335, not too much. Okay, in order to get some knowledge, let's write a theorem paper. I face the daunting task of researching and writing an entire theorem paper to be reviewed by my peers. To have it accepted by the order would be a great boon to me, but if the quality is found to be lacking, it might be a big blow to my prestige. I will make an extraordinary effort. No expense shall be spared. We don't have so much money, but we will ask help from those around me. Yes. Now, and how to write a magnum opus? Should I... Okay, yeah. And esoteric knowledge greater or equal to 500. Okay. And actually thinking about it, I guess until the death of this character we should rather focus on internal issues of our empire instead of trying to conquer stuff, because, well, let's play a bit of role-playing. The guy is old and he's tired and he wants to, you know, live a bit of his own life. Okay, king of who? Georgia. I accept. And not only I will accept, I will also form an alliance. Oh, he doesn't want to. Because of political concerns, apparently. Okay. If that is your wish. Also, what can we do? Hold a grand debate still. So we can write a theorem paper as well as holding a grand debate. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's do that. We can spare the money. The grand debate. As I expect many members of the Hermetic Society to appear for the grand debate, it is of the utmost importance that everything is to be as flawless as possible. In this period, the preparations are well underway. My staff has seen to the lodgings, and the chief has stoked up the larders. All that is left now is to send out the invitations. Bring me my most trusted courier. Okay. Also, we can try to focus on the Imperial laws. Okay, apparently we cannot because, yeah, we already changed something, at least in this area. We can increase our domain centralization, though. Should we? I don't think so, we don't need it right now. And obligations, we can actually make the federal obligations higher. And that would be actually a good stuff. We have 3 supporters already, and that is good. We would only need to ask one of the other guys in order to have this law implemented. Yeah. And basically we have this guy. We can call in console support and we don't have to do anything else. Now let us do just that. Yes. The guests are... Wait, why it's singular? It should be guests, whatever. The guests are arriving in this very moment. It is time for the grand debate to begin, and spend the next few days to have each and every one display the knowledge to decide who's the best of us is. Let the debate commence. Okay, there is the event about theorem paper and the grand debate. After some time spent listening to the debates between scholars of varying intellect, I admit to occasionally drifting off into my own thoughts. Yet there is one person that keeps bringing my attention back to the present. Herzog Ferry, 5th of Lothringen, has wits and way with words unlike any I have seen. I am not sure what these feelings are. Scholarly appreciation, budding friendship, or nothing. Let's see. And apparently nothing happened. Oh, whatever. It is finished. I have produced an excellent paper on the mysterious elixir of life. It explores the concept both as a source of life for eternal life, as well as a cure for all diseases, and it delves into potential methods of creating it. Now all that is left is to submit it to my hermetic peers for review. I will send it out at once. Esteemed Magus Theodotos, I hope that this will be added to our library. Papers worth the decide to endorse your work. Okay. He endorsed it. Not to endorse. Okay, who are you? You are some idiot. Whatever. This guy of Rashka, he endorses it, which is good. Yet another guy endorses it. Let's send this guy here. And you endorse it too. I have been declared the winner of the grand debate, showing all that no one is as knowledgeable as me, or has the ability to put forth arguments quite like me. Okay, we'll get 200 esoteric knowledge, 300 prestige, and 100 gold. Cool. And it's actually quite funny because, well, it's easy to win a debate when you actually arranged it. After several days of long discussion and much debating, the grand debate is over for now. There might have been a few heated arguments, but I think most attenders would agree that it was a learning experience. Participating members will gain an increased opinion of 5 towards you for 5 years. Cool. Now, we basically, let's check it, have 6, wait, why? Imprisoned by Kaiser, oh. So you're going to die and I'm going to become the next. Oh, well, I'm not. Because this guy is his heir, apparently. The heir will take over when the leader of the side dies. They are chosen based on member score. You are one step from being Magus. Well, that's a long list actually. Okay. That's a lot of members actually, look at that. Whoa. Anyway. Let's make horoscopes for my kids. Do it. The stars holds many secrets, but they are not indecipherable. Using the right instruments and frame of mind, I will uncover the destiny of Symbasileus Mihail. Come what may. After spending many nights analyzing the movements of stars, I have noticed Saturn moving into a sign influencing that of my son Michael. I am fairly certain that this indicates that he is destined for administrative tasks and a practical mind. I could not have made up a destiny more fitting for him. Okay. I have learned that Stratihos Sinan attempted to speak on my behalf at the faction meeting in Nicaea, but only managed to turn his faction further against me. Not good at all. Young Evgenius plays hard and talks straight. I should focus on teaching him bravery. And he became honest. I write to you with shocking news. Drongarius Alkanov Vassilinopolis tried to have me assassinated to make sure I wouldn't discover his plot to kill a young man. Your humble spy master Strategos Sinan of the Osmanli Beyler Beylik. Expose him immediately. Now let's see. Now we cannot imprison him. Success. Enough peers have endorsed my paper, and so the order has accepted it into its library. As a result, my standing with the order has increased measurably. Cool. Accept. As Troubadour and his wife, okay, let's see. Yeah, let's do that. More intrigue is never bad. Also, let us make a horoscope for this kid. I am fairly certain that this indicates that he is destined for the battlefield and a combat prowess uncommon amongst most of our members at court. I could not have made up destiny more fitting for him. Cool. As he has been growing older, Prince Michael has been seen expressing his sense for organization whenever the opportunity has arisen. I'm not even sure where he got his hand on an abacus, but he carries it around whenever he goes. The stars favor him. Destined Steward. As you no doubt well know, I and those of your vassals who are part of my faction are your loyal subjects. To show our devotion, we have decided to host a grand banquet in Nicopolis to honor your rule. Cool. More money for me. Yeah, now it's 34 actually. Next. 235, which is not a lot. Okay, we do not have any, apparently we don't even wearing the Imperial diadem. What I wanted to check out is whether or not we have any ingredients, and apparently we don't. But we can always acquire some. Let's gather herbs in the hills. Synesius of Sarapul has approached the court with a proposal to reform imperial taxes, something which has gained a great deal of popularity within the Roman bureaucracy, even if it's hardly guaranteed to have the effect Sicinius promises. Okay, let's do that. There's a good chance we get some good stuff. But apparently no. Apparently it's all bureaucratic chaos now. Parokimoninos Alipos and I arrived in the hills early in the morning to collect various useful herbs that we could find in the countryside. Okay, I at least know how to identify some plants. Often found near the sparing grounds, Symbasileus Evgenius proving surprisingly apt with a spear. Of course, the wooden thing is merely a toy, but the facts of my commanders during the practice with him hints of a surprisingly talent in the boy. Good. Very nice. The stars favor him. Though he would be a greater diplomat apparently. I am told by the educators that my son Michael remains interested in administration. Turning my eyes upwards, I give a silent nod to the heavens, thanking the stars for their guidance. I believe the heavens have a plan for Prince Michael. You wonder what the future will bring. Wait a second. He married, okay, matrilineally, and I never noticed that. Well, that is actually quite sad. Anyway. Well, I can try to send my Logophytis Theodotos to Tbilisi to improve our relationship with the boy. And maybe, just maybe, we'll have enough in order to get the alliance from him. We have now spent days looking high and low for useful herbs. With both me and Parakimomenos Alipos exhausted, we are forced to conclude that the small assortment of interesting plants is what we are getting out of this. 2 herbal ingredients added into treasury. Wormwood and mandrake. To the most excellent Vasilev Theodotos, peace be with you. We request that you honor your obligation and answer this call to arms against Sultan Rustam II of Ikonia. This is declining. Okay, we are not going to decline, but what is the war? Okay, Apostolic Kilikia, Holy War for Nigde. And Nigde is apparently the old Cappadocia. So basically, he's a bold guy. He's creating a big kingdom in Anatolia himself. I'm okay with that. I'm going to help him. Probably there will be some conflicts between us in the future, but for now, why not? Okay, Evgenius and Hakon. And we will send these armies straight to... well, I meant straight to Kara-Hisar. Okay, now we get some prestige. My liege, my mission to Tbilisi has so far been a success. Cool. So kiddo, how about forming an alliance right now? Still no. Well, maybe if I help him in a couple of wars, he would join me. Well, basically, if they create kind of a kingdom in the inner Asia Minor, I would be okay with that. A Christian kingdom is quite nice to have here. Okay, who's that guy? Let's obligate him. I have encountered initiate Madonna. She's Portuguese apparently. Many times while carrying out my duties for the Hermetic Society, and an always pleasant occasion. We can talk for hours if the time allows, because she never bores me. While our discussions are often lengthy, we always seem to agree on the matters which are most important. I think it's friendship. Thank for your reminding me of my duties and obligations as your vassal. You are right, of course. For the foreseeable future, you have my promise not to support factions conspiring against you. Okay, so he is already defending against quite a lot of people. My friend, we have a common nemesis. You know of whom I speak, that despicable idiot initiate Ohotur. Okay. Okay, he's Mongol. Let's fuck him up. It was not hard to locate and initiate Ohotur's laboratory. Theodoric tells me that as we entered the castle, while old Ohotur has no talent for keeping secret, he does know how to hire proper guards. He continues, telling me about the obstacle ahead. I have a way with people in a heavy purse. I prepare a potion of dreamless sleep for this very eventuality. Okay. We have our ingredients removed. First, everything went so well. By some miracle, Theodoric managed to empty this little pile of potion in a jug before it was brought to the guards. That was half an hour ago. The guards are showing no signs of drowsiness, and our time is running out. I whisper apologies as we leave, but Theodoric does not answer. The recipe never failed me before, I swear. Okay, we failed in our mission. Apparently the chance was quite low, but still we failed it somehow. Oh well. As they say, shit happens. You can obligate him as well. Very good. Though it's not like you have any power in my empire. After all, you are just a mercenary. Oh, he's a drunkard as well. God damn it. Can you believe it? Like father, like son. And look at that, we apparently managed to actually accumulate some very good sum of money. Now we can start building some stuff in the city. Like, I don't know, a new keep. Okay, it's this guy controlling it. Okay, we can instead try to build something in Symbria. Like castle fortifications in Symbria. Or militia training grounds in Arcadiopolis. Quite peaceful time for the Empire, apparently. And it is not the Turks. And it's not the Turks who are looting and pillaging and raiding our lands. Quite the opposite. We are attacking them. Oh well. Speaking about the devil. Though he's a Mongol, not a Turk. Oh, there's the alarm clock. And now I have to finish this episode right here. Well, guys, if you enjoyed this kind of content, like, share and subscribe. And thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.